Hey, welcome back to American Home Cooking. This is part 2 of the Kansas Sticky Buns sticky ribs. Okay, it's reduced down to 4 cups. Turn it off. You're going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of smoke flavoring, or liquid smoke as they say in the store. You'll find it that way. Now we have to salt this and pepper this to our taste. Now I cannot do that for you, so you're going to be on your own on that. And we're going to be tasting it and adjusting the salt and pepper at this point. What am I going to serve with this? I've got 4 ears of corn, and I'm going to show you how I do my ears, how I make corn, how I prepare actually my ears of corn. Now we have to taste this. I'm probably going to have to add more salt because there's a lot of flavoring in here. It is good though. I don't think I'm going to need any more pepper, but I think I might need a little more salt. All right, I'll see you. That's enough salt for me. That's it. Now this has to cool before we get the next part done, so I'm sorry. This is going to be part 2, then part 3 we'll be cooking it. Okay? But let me read that part to you for people who are grilling. Give me a minute. All right, that's going to cool. All right, now I'm going to read for, first for a charcoal grill, and then I'm going to read for a gas grill, according to which one you have, just listen. Open bottom grill vent halfway. Light large chimney starter 3/4 filled with charcoal briquettes, briquettes. When top coals are partially covered with ash, pour into steeply banked pile against the side of the grill. Place wood chip packet on coals. Set cooking grid in place. Cover and open lid vent halfway. Heat grill until hot and wood chips are smoking for about 5 minutes. Now for the gas grill. Remove cooking grid and place wood chip packet directly on primary burner. Set grit in place. Turn all burners to high. Cover, heat the grill until hot and wood chips are smoking about 15 minutes. Turn primary burner to medium high and turn off other burners. Adjust primary burner as needed to maintain grill temperature of 325 degrees. Okay, now this is for everybody who's grilling. Clean and oil cooking grit. Place ribs, meat side down on cooler side of grill. Ribs may overlap slightly. Place sheet of foil on top of ribs. Cover. Position lid vent over meat if using charcoal, and cook until ribs are deep red and smoky, about 2 hours, flipping and rotating the racks halfway through during the final 20 minutes of grilling. Adjust oven rack to middle position and heat oven to 250 degrees. Okay? Then it says remove the ribs from the grill, brush evenly with 1 cup of sauce reserved for cooking, and wrap tightly with foil. Lay foil wrapped ribs on rimmed baking sheet and continue to cook in oven until tender and fork inserted into ribs meets no resistance. This could take anywhere from an hour and a half to 2.5 hours. All right, then you remove the ribs from the oven, let rest. This is standard for at least 30 minutes. You're going to leave them wrapped and alone for 30 minutes. This is where all the moisture and stuff, if you open it, it's going to just evaporate and you're going to lose it, and then your meat's dry. So by holding it for 30 minutes like this, it contains and gives the meat time to calm down and hold that moisture, so your barbecue ribs will taste really good and moist. So you leave them wrapped for 30 minutes. Unwrap the ribs and brush them thickly with 1 cup of sauce set aside for serving. You slice your ribs between the bones and serve with remaining sauce. All right. Now, I'm going to have to do mine different. Okay, so they want it to cook for about 2.5 hours. All right. So I'm going to set mine, because I have an electric range oven. I'm going to set my oven at 325, and we're going to let this cook for a while. Bake. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do this right, but I'm going to try to get it done before my my family all has to go out the door. So I'm going to leave it at all right, I'm going to get foil, and I'm going to use my broiling pan. All right. Because they're talking about place a sheet of foil over the top of the ribs. So if I use my broiling pan, it'll be like a rack or a grill, right? And the heat will be coming up, so I could sit there and put the foil over it and just make sure I just have to oil the or grease the broiler pan. Well, you'll see what I'm doing. I'm going to try to make it work, because I don't have a grill, so I can't do it that way. Okay, get my broiler pan. Now we're going to pretend that these are the grids, like out in if you're barbecuing outside. They say oil for the grill. Well, I'll grease this then to make sure that they don't stick. So I'll be doing the same thing, just a little different, that's all. I have a lot of recipes for grilling, but I don't have a grill. And I don't have a husband to do it for me. So, we'll do it this way. Now they said put bone side up, didn't they? If I remember reading it right. Yeah, the meat side down. Okay. Oh boy. We'll see them as they come, as I'm taking them out of the meat. Let's see if I pull you back, would you be able to see them better? Look at that. Okay, now what? Okay, well, we should be able to do this. All right. Now we're going to be cooking them like this for about 2 hours. What we're going to do, they want us to put foil over this. How tight do you want this foil just laid on it? I have to figure out what they want. Seems that they want you to really cover them. Okay? But looks like they're going to be very moist. Okay, just make sure you don't have anything hanging over or it's going to go into your oven, and that's not what you want. Sort of just make a tent over them and make sure you press it down like this. You can see. Okay, we're going to put it in the oven for about how many hours? 2 hours, and then we'll see how these cook. Okay, in 2 hours, we'll come back and we'll have to do something else with them. I just have to wait till it gets up to 325 or 350. 325. Okay. They said that the ribs are going to be a deep red and smoky in about 2 hours. All right, after 2 hours, we've got something else we're going to be doing, so they will not be done in 2 hours. We still have more we have to do. Okay? So, like I said, there will be a part 3. Okay? See you then.